Are we humans as intelligent and as advanced as we think we are? Are we more intelligent and advanced than, say, some insects like flies, ants, and spiders? Well, we do have bigger brains, but does that make us more intelligent? We have our senses. We sense things through our eyes, sight, our nose, smell, mouth, taste, ears, sound, gathering information through touch and all these senses. But we only have 2 eyes. A lot of spiders have 8. Why is that? Do they all function in a different way? And if they do, what can they see with those eyes? What's the depth of their sight perception? Same kind of goes with flies. And they have the kind of eyes where they can see in omnidirectional ways. And if you compare that to us with our 2 eyes, well, we can only see what's in front of us, or at least we can only focus on what's in front of us. And you think about it, a lot of us don't have good eyesight. So many people wear glasses and have contact lenses. And even if you do have good eyesight, what's the smallest thing that you can see with the naked eye without a microscope? And then when you have a microscope, you're still limited to seeing those things with your own 2 eyes. So you can't see everything around those objects that you magnify. Whereas if you're a spider or a fly, if you're seeing things in an omnidirectional way, that means that you're seeing things in front of you, beside you, and behind you, and above you simultaneously. And that may mean that they can focus on all those things simultaneously. So if they're gathering and processing more visual information, that means they have more information to deal with, which means they may be more intelligent when it comes to what they see. And so in that world, they can see the connectiveness of everything that's around them. And then if you consider that when you try to swat a fly, it always gets out of the way, like before you can even get close to smashing it. And I think it's because they can see you from any direction. So they know how to process that information and how to respond. And so that means not only can they see you, but maybe they can like zoom in and zoom out closer or further out than we could imagine. And so with all that information, they may be more intelligent when it comes to their sense of sight. And so with all of that information, what else are they dealing with? Maybe they don't need to have a bigger brain to contemplate things. Maybe because they have their sense of sight on the level that they have it, that having a bigger brain would be obsolete. Maybe they're getting all of the information that they could ever need. And imagine if we had that sense of sight, what would we know? For example, I often think about the visually impaired. My eyesight's pretty good. It may be a little blurrier than it was when I was younger, but it's pretty good. But I think about people that have contacts or glasses or can't go without glasses, or when they take the glasses off, it's completely blurry. And then that makes me think about decades or centuries ago when everyone didn't have access to glasses, or the lenses weren't shaped as accurately as they are now. Like how many bad decisions were made based on visual impairment because they weren't gathering all of the necessary information that they needed to really make a safe sound and the best decision. Same goes with your hearing. Like if you're suffering hearing loss and you're misinterpreting what someone's telling you, then mean, things can go wrong, especially if you're people that are in powerful positions in making decisions for society. You know, there can be a lot of conflict based on misinterpretation. So we are limited with the senses that we have. And when I think about the word sense, I just think about, okay, how we sense things through sight and through, audibly, in whatever way that we are gathering and processing or confronting or impacted by information or situations. In particular, when it comes to media or what we're reading or what we're seeing on the internet and on YouTube, and we're trying to get information about different issues and topics or just different philosophies and insights on things. And then, so we want to really get a good sense of what's being presented to us, or we want to get a good sense of or understanding of what we're trying to learn about. But then you have this other word that's spelled differently, but it sounds like something that's sort of like the opposite of sense or a sensation or sensing things, and it's censorship. And we have a different understanding or a different meaning for those words, but they are so close when it comes to how we say those words. So are we fully sensing things when there's like censorship imposed on us? Different levels of censorship. A low level, high level. Either way, you're not getting a complete sense of a situation or a topic. So censorship. When I think about that, it's like a ship that embarked on the beach or the dock of your senses. It makes me want to have a t-shirt that says Sensor, SENSOR, written on the side of a ship. It's a little joke. I know this is some kind of, far out type of talk, stoner talk. But, I think about a lot of different things. A lot of things that I don't hear people talking about. I just sit back and observe and then just wait. And then over time, I just develop questions. And then I think about those things, I ask these questions. And I'm just sharing them with you.